What is up, everybody? It's Cobes here, and today I am back with a Fortnite video. We're going to be talking about some new skins, new weapons, new grenades, and possibly some new pickaxes. These are all possible things that could be added into Fortnite. Tell me what you think about these ideas and if you want to see them in the game. And there will be screenshots throughout the video of all these items and what they would look like, and I'm going to talk about what they'll do. So our first item would be remote explosives. This would be a rare item, and the primary charge, toss an explosive charge out at a short range. The charge will explode if it takes any damage. Second fire, detonate all placed charges. So that would be really awesome to see. I don't really think this is very plausible to see in the game, but basically if you shoot this remote explosive, it's going to explode and it will kill anyone in the vicinity except for your teammates, of course, because you can't do any team damage. But I could really see this being in the game. It's not my favorite item throughout this video, but I thought we'd just get started with something that's not too crazy. So our next one is Stink Bomb. This would be an epic, and it hurls a grenade that unleashes a cloud of poison. Better clear out. See, I don't know why these haven't been added into the game. We have smoke grenades that are basically useless unless you're just trying to run away from somebody. But I could see stink bombs being added into the game. The poison effect would be very annoying, but I could still see Fortnite adding something that's super annoying and I would hate to see in the game. But what do you guys think about it? Next, we have the egg launcher. This is essentially a confirmation that we'll be seeing C4 and gas grenades in game pretty soon, with them no longer being represented by placeholder icons in the files. So the egg grenade would basically shoot out eggs, and I guess they would crack on people's faces and you wouldn't be able to see for a short period of time if you hit them. But they would also explode, so I don't see this one being added in the game, but hopefully we see one of these items. What would you want to see the most? So now we have some new skins. Let me read about it. The new items will fall under the legendary rarity according to Storm Shield 1's cosmetic database, which seems absurdly high given their looks. So these looks, I guess they aren't really that great according to this guy. Tell me what you think. I don't really think they would be a legendary skin. We'll see if they actually are. But we have Rose Team Leader here, and she looks pretty basic, but I think a lot of people like these like girl skins that are pretty basic, but again, the colors are pretty nice. Other than that though, it's not all that great. And then we have War Paint, which basically is this one looks like it would be in a Halloween update. A guy with some face paint on, some war paint, whatever you want to call it. It's not the coolest thing ever, but they do have some back bling. So for the Rose Team Leader, we have Skirmish, which would be a pretty cool looking backpack. It looks a little bit bigger than the other ones, but also a little bit smaller, at least in its height. Its width is pretty small, or its width is pretty big, its height is pretty small. I could see this being added in the game, and I love getting new backpacks whenever I buy skins. That's why I just bought the Raptor skin, and that one looks amazing as well. And then we have Pursuit, which would be the War Paint skins backpack. This again looks pretty awesome. It has some shotgun shells, so I wonder, could you get some extra shotgun shells right off the bat with this backpack? Of course not, but it still looks really awesome, I think. We have a lot of really cool skins here. So we have Power Cord, which is an epic skin, and I mean, we haven't really seen a skin like this before, so I think that could definitely be a legendary skin, possibly. We'll see if it is, but this thing looks beautiful and I'd love to see it in the game. I would definitely wear this one alongside the Sergeant Green Clover. This would be uncommon. I don't see this one being uncommon just because it has a little bit too much going on with it. I feel like they would charge at least 1,500 V-Bucks for this skin. But tell me which one you like the most. I think Power Cord is the coolest one we've seen so far. We do have a couple other new skins as well. Highland Warrior, this would be an epic skin. This one looks pretty fucking badass, but the next one, there's really no competition. We have the Battle Hound, which would have to be a legendary. I'm probably going to put this in my thumbnail just because it looks so badass and I would love to see it in Fortnite. I would be shocked if this wasn't added into Fortnite. It's such a cool design, and I think Fortnite has, they just have to add it to the game. They have to take the ideas from Reddit and add them into the game, especially when it looks this cool. The other ones, except for the power cord, I could see them not adding, but power cord and Battle Hound are two of my favorites so far. Next, we have the Rusty Rider. This would be an epic glider. So I could see myself using this all the time. I feel like the gliders are pretty nothing too special about them, but this one has some spikes and it almost looks like it has some guns poking out of it. That would be awesome if you could, if it just shoots like four fireworks out of it or something crazy that we haven't really seen before. Just like that dragon one that was added for the Chinese New Year, if you guys know about that. And then we have a rare one, Checker, which I don't even really care to add in this video, but I'm going to just because it's a pretty cool new one. Whatever, it's not that good. Now we have Stage Dive, which would go perfectly with the power cord one, and then Storm Sigil, which would go, which is uncommon, but I think it would go really well with the Battle Hound. So I think Stage Dive and Rusty Rider are my two favorite gliders from these four, and I'd love to see them. So now we have the back bling. So first off, we have 6 string, which of course would go with the power cord costume. If you bought the power cord costume, then you'd get this one. I would love to see it. Let's see if it's actually added in the game. And then we have another new one, which would be called Buckler. It's an epic one. I think this should be legendary since the skin would be legendary. It would go with the Battle Hound. I think this thing looks super badass and I'd love to see it. Now, on to my favorite things, honestly, because I love the pickaxes for some reason. These are some really cool designs. We have Anarchy Axe, which would be rare. If this thing was rare, I would buy it all day. I'd buy 100 of them. Holy shit. It looks so smooth, just like I like them, but it also looks badass as hell. Next, we have the Silver Fang, which is like basically a frog on that, I'm assuming. And it would be a rare pickaxe as well. Ah, man. These pickaxes are just amazing, honestly. And then we have Pot of Gold, which is a Saint Nicholas, who I am. I'm Nicholas. But we have a Saint Nicholas pickaxe, which could be added around that time of year. I could see that definitely happening. I think this is probably the most likely to happen in the future, just because Saint Nicholas is a holiday, or whatever. I don't even know what the fuck that holiday is, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Leprechaun's Day. What is it called? We're gonna call it Leprechaun's Day, but that could be added around Leprechaun's Day. Spectral Axe. This is pretty cool. If it changed colors, I would definitely buy it, but pretty simple. Again, pretty badass though. So now let's get into the most interesting part of this video, I'd say, which is the guns. So we have the tactical assault rifle. They have tactical SMGs. So maybe they could add this one into it with a very low recoil. It'd be a legendary. But there is the Scar, but this would be a tactical assault rifle. So I could see them adding it. So this assault weapon, fully automatic, flexible assault rifle capable of handling all types of combat scenarios, high rate of fire with solid accuracy while aiming down sights and firing in controlled bursts. So it'd be a burst weapon. I thought like this for sure would be fully automatic. It says fully automatic, but it says solid accuracy when aiming down sights and firing in controlled bursts, like many people do. So single shot with the fully automatic. It would be so accurate and it would be deadly. I feel like this could be like 30 per shot, 30 damage per shot, just because it's going to be so accurate and you're going to be hitting all your shots. Next, we have the explosive crossbow, which would be epic. Shoots an arrow with an explosive tips. I just think this is just a perfect weapon to add. I think the crossbow is probably the worst weapon inside this game, so I don't see why they wouldn't add this explosive crossbow, because it looks super deadly, and I think it would be a perfect weapon to actually use, because the regular crossbow is so trash. But if you, let's say you hit him with the crossbow and then the explosion would kill him, I think that would be perfect, and I could definitely see it being added into the game. Next, we have the FN P90, which would be rare. It's pistol, machine pistol, fires at a very high rate, dealing great damage while consuming a lot of ammo. Good for running gun combat and accuracy accurate enough to fight at mid-range while fired in short bursts. The P90 is one of my favorite guns from not only COD 4 but World War II. Or, wait, no, Modern Warfare 2, I'm sorry about that. But I could see this being added in the game. I probably wouldn't use it all that much just because pistols, I mean, there's so many other better guns you could use. So tell me if you'd like to see that as well. Let's get into the heavy shotguns. So we have a Legend and Epic as well. Heavy shotgun, pump shotgun with a large magazine, fires slugs from a medium range. I don't see this one being added. This one would have a scope on it though. Again, I don't really see the point or the purpose in adding this because we already have a gun very similar. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what kind of skins you would like to see. Tell me what kind of guns you'd like to see in this game. I can definitely make a video on it in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really did enjoy this video. I'm sorry for me always stumbling over my words, but whatever guys. We went over all these different topics. I hope some new guns are added to the game that are actually useful. And I feel like these lists of guns could actually be useful, except for the shotgun, which I doubt will ever be added into the game. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.